Hello. Before beginning today's topic, I'd like to share with you that you are a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is what brought me here. Quite frankly, I think it was a lot of being unconscious. And when I woke up to the power of the heart, when I stepped into it, I didn't look back. I knew that was what every spiritual teacher talks about. I knew that it is the answer to all of our problems. I knew that my search was over. Well, how did I get there? Well, quite frankly, like many, one day you wake up and your brain presents itself. Excuse me, your brain presents the mind, and along with the mind, the infinite thought stream that comes with it. So, before this, I never thought about, how amazing human beings are, what potential they have. I heard, studies show that we only think with 5% of our conscious mind. And this was really fascinating to me after. So, but before the first awakening, as I call it, the first awakening for me is what happens to all of us. It's what we realize that we have a brain and we have a mind and we will have from now on an infinite thought stream, right? An ocean of thoughts is just we can't control. We can't just unplug ourselves or make ourselves stupider or more smart, or it doesn't matter to what depth of alcohol or drugs or anything, nothing is going to stop this, right? And for some time, well, actually, instantly, I went to the internet. Interestingly enough, there's no one in life that we can turn to, right? So, and of course, I wasn't going to turn inside because this is like opening up a door to something that I don't know. Fast forward, I had a lot of really great mentors through YouTube, Sadhguru, Ralph Smart, Teal Swan, Spirit Science, and I started building this belief system, and something that I hold dearly to myself is love. Love myself for who I am. Not my ideas, my dreams, but what I am. What you are, what a human being is. You drop human, you're just a being. A zebra, it's a being, right? The zebra is not conscious of, making all of its blood flow, digesting food, the baby process. Neither are humans. There's so much, like, we're so unconscious. We're like the most unconscious thing, but maybe that's just life. But let's think about it. Let's think about what all goes into us. We think about and we laugh. Oh, we're just 5% conscious. Well, how many things does a human body do? Like, it's constantly fighting off cells. It's constantly reproducing new cells. It's constantly um like reproducing skin and hair, and there's the digestion, and there's the turning into a banana, turning a banana to what you see in front of you right now. And just like that all alchemical thing. And like, what about a baby? Like, we're not conscious, we don't even we don't even consciously breathe, ladies and gentlemen. And we're over here with this mind that presents the idea that, somehow or some way, shape, or form, I'm gonna have like $1 billion. And like, I start to become emotionally attached to this unconscious thought that I only have the power to listen to, right? I become emotionally attached to it. But who wouldn't? It's such an amazing thought. Yeah, you'll have $1 billion if you just shut the hell up, like, okay, sure, that's really easy. Let me just do that and just wait for these $1 billion to come. Well, everyone's gonna get emotionally attached with that idea. Don't do something, you're gonna receive something. So that was my world. And it just keeps going and going, a couple of insights. And one day I just, well, before going to that, I always wanted to give back to the world. Because one thing that I think, and it's not my parents, and I want this to be very clear, it's not my parents or their parents or our presidents or our rulers. It simply just is. There comes a time in life where things change and where we acknowledge that things are as they are. So, to anyone hearing this, and I'm pretty sure anyone hearing this has questioned this and asked the same question I have. Well, why isn't there books about how to use the brain and how to think in different levels of the brain? And why can't I go to my parents and tell them, hey, I have this constant stream of thoughts without fearing that they're going to want to go take me to a psychiatrist? That's just life, and our parents aren't to blame. Neither are their parents, and neither are our leaders. You know, we go through cycles. Human beings have been on this planet a million times. And that's the beauty of life, that, we go through unconscious and conscious times. I'm pretty sure in 1,000 years, and I'm gonna do diligence to make sure this happens, but in 1,000 to like really like in like I mean, me being like the super all being like motivational, super high spirited person, I think just give me 50 to 100 years, but in 1,000 years, surely kids are going to know how to live from their heart, how to control their emotions, way before they know how to count and multiply. I mean, that's the time of our ancestors. We say ancestors, but it's a cycle. That's where we're going. Humanity is moving to a place of more consciousness. So, what does more consciousness mean? Well, currently we live in a state where we need external situations, we need external life to stimulate, to cause how I feel, to feel alive inside. We need external life. So to become more conscious clearly means that with everything that I have inside, I can create a feeling of blissfulness, or love, or warmth, and anything in between. That to me is what becoming conscious means. Becoming conscious means I don't need to have that girlfriend or partner to feel love. I don't need that car to feel happy, or that bank account, that fat bank account, to feel empowered. Being conscious means that I can utilize the systems that I have in my body, the instruments, and calibrate them to where now I can create a feeling of abundance, powerful, love ahead of the experience. And that is what I know now. I got here through, I guess, just always sticking to the fact that, I want humanity to wake up to their greatest aspects, to start looking externally. And I've always been a medium for this information. And I felt like, this is just my purpose. Because I couldn't look at my family members, knowing that we have the same reality, but I couldn't talk to them about it. Like, if I did, they would think I'm crazy or something, or not understand me. So, in all seriousness, I just wanted like a simple life where things weren't like hidden, or what is so common to be the most untalked about thing. And one day I got lucky. One day, the universe, God, Shiva, the devil, the Buddha, the universe just told me, "Hey, you know what? Your search is over," and pushed me into the reality of living from the heart. And when I stepped on in this, I knew it was over. I knew it was it. It's very similar to that paradigm of thinking by not thinking, that infinite kind of state. Well, that's an illusionary infinite state, but the heart actually does allow you to live an infinite um, state of creation and consciously be observing your creation. It's a wonderful thing. And that's what got me here. I stepped into that, I stepped into my heart, and I haven't looked back since. There was some times where I was kind of tweaking my vibration, tweaking what I wanted my infinity to be, right? And currently, I'll share with you my infinity is literally only and very elevated, amazing emotion. An elevated emotion that I didn't logically think, or I just literally like I created, like I chemically created, like I literally like ignited feelings of love, and I was like, well, like love, like I just don't feel it so much. So then I went beyond love, and this we get into like the mystical realm, to those sensations and feelings that are like warm, like they they they're warm on your leg or on your back, and like you always wish it could last forever. So that's currently what I'm living. That's me, that's who I am, and I'm not gonna change it because I decided that the vibration that I stepped into, my infinity, is like the most amazing feeling I can feel. Like without logic, if you look at the words, most amazing feeling ever, and then just imagine jumping into that, but in a state of being, of feeling, that's who I am. And the question I asked myself then is, well, do could you live this feeling forever? The question you'll learn from living from your heart is yes. So then what I've asked myself is, do I want to? Currently, I stand at hell yeah, I want to. And but it's very humbling, and I want to share this with everyone. And um it's a great joy. And you leave the instrument that's the brain, which is an instrument of duality, and you step into the heart, and your life just starts to change, and you experience just blissfulness, um, and all you want to do is just share it with others, because the results that you have, and everybody does the same. Those like clocks that you pick up a ball here and it goes like this. Well, the magical thing about this is that if I can do it, that means anybody could do it. So that's what got me here, and that's my purpose. With that, I remind you to join my family. My family, we're individuals that live from the heart, and we're experts at teaching others how to live from the heart. With this membership, also comes 2 meditations daily, a weekly meditation, and a monthly meditation. With that, I ask that you share this video with your loved ones, with your family members, your mastermind group, and that you comment below. What's your journey been like? What difficulties? What have been like the biggest insights? And have you taken charge and used those insights to actually make a change? And are you living currently from the heart? And lastly, I like to tell you that I love you and hope to see you on the brighter side. Goodbye.